Whoa. Hello and welcome back here to the Interminds podcast, season 6, episode round 4, episode 4, and we're back here this evening with the gang. Everybody else back on the podcast. I'm Eddie Oliver, joined by the one, yours truly, Riley Murray and William Kaye. How are we, boys?
Not bad, Eddie. Not bad.
Hello
at
and
all.
welcome. That's we're gonna have a chat about that later. That's a disgraceful effort from you there, Liver.
Alright. Yeah, everybody, welcome back. To start off the podcast this week, we're going to be talking about the 3 games that have just passed previously during the week, and starting off on your Monday evening, it was the Hamilton Swarm taking on the Pacifica Stingrays. Lachlan Cox coming away with 2 tries and Smith with 1 for the Swarm. It was sort of an end-to-end contest, and the only game this week that actually had commentary with it. Time possession, 71% to the Stingrays and 29 to the Hamilton Swarm. And Riley, Lachlan Cox, well, he's back on the board again this week.
Yes, Eddie, you love him. You love Cox. And he's actually that guy. He's the form fullback of the Mines at the moment. He's Raika Manu reincarnated, basically. And he's just been tearing it up. There's not much else to say. He's just doing it week in, week out. You can't stop him, really.
No, you definitely can't. Lachlan Cox, he can score a try from anywhere, as we've been saying on the podcast, as the round's been progressing in the Mines. And moving on to your Thursday afternoon at 5:30, it was the Cairns Firehawks taking on the Western Gunslingers. Corey Boyd crossing for 2, and also Maverick Keller. And for the Western Gunslingers, it was James Reese and Jason Saltner, the big forward there, crossing over for a try. Sure, he would have loved that one. Unfortunately for the Gunslingers, their goal kicking did really affect them. Domstrom and Ollie converting getting 3 tries, missing 1. But in the end, just time possession was too much for them. And the Gunslingers, well, Kaye, Monkey's going to have to go back to the drawing board for them this week.
Yeah, it was a bit of a disappointing effort. I mean, both teams, we saw some pretty bad errors. But for the Slingers, it was a couple more handling errors, with about, I think it was 6 or 7 of them off the top of my head. really weren't needed. You look at the Firehawks; it was more penalty bound. They had 2 penalties to their names. So yeah, Monkey's definitely going to be talking about the boys and just going back to the basics, the fundamentals of being a player, and how they can improve for the next week.
Definitely, there's so much for all of the mine teams here this season to improve on. You can only get better and better, but the performance of the round and probably also the match of the round was the Melbourne Storm against the Bathurst Blue Tongues. In my opinion, it was a clash of the ages, both these sides. Did I just say Melbourne Storm?
Yeah, you did.
Melbourne Ravens against the Bathurst Blue Tongues.
It's your team. It's your team, Eddie.
Crossing for the Ravens was Riley Flynn. Crossing
He's
for the
foreshadowing
Ravens.
his next season where he's going.
Oh my god.
I mean, they are losing Sonny Ty anyway. Crossing for next season was Riley Flynn, and also Bruce Buckley as well for the Ravens. Time possession, they didn't really have many opportunities with the ball. Errors really just didn't allow them to capitalize, and also the amount of tackles, they were under fatigue, and also the missed tackles as well. 21 missed to 9. And the Blue Tongues, well, they had a humongous tries there. Thomas Usher moving over there to the Blue Tongues, got one. He's looking to be back in some form. And also Phil Burton, Lind, and also Malik there for the Blue Tongues. Well, Riley, I'll let you talk about them. You might have only watched a few seconds of the game this week for them, but how are your thoughts on the performance there from your boys?
Oh yeah, they're just great. I love them. It's actually, we didn't end up getting the team list that we wanted through. Chili forgot about it, but we still got the win anyway. I might have had some words with him if we ended up losing after it, but we were still able to flog the Ravens, which is always nice. So yeah, Blue Tongues on top really, and even out of position, people like Corte had an amazing game, and Tedesco's also been pretty good for us as well. Glad that we were able to pick him up, and Thomas Usher as well. He's been filling in for Jimmy very nicely as well. I'm glad to see it.
Quite convenient. We are talking about the Bathurst Blue Tongues as they have come away with the Into the Mines podcast team of the week here this evening. They just put on an excellent performance against the Melbourne Ravens there down at Amy Park. You know, at home.
Team, mate.
At home, Amy Park, it's a hard stadium to come into, and the Blue Tongues did an amazing job of it, coming away with the win, 22 points to 10. They were the top scoring team of the round there, the Blue Tongues, and Riley, they're just looking to have found some form. The combinations are hitting well, and they're just flying at the moment in their Mines competition.
Yeah, they are. They're just keeping that form from last season. They're the only team that's undefeated, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, Blue Tongues haven't lost since last season, so I'm loving it. Loving being part of it as well. It's definitely a privilege being a mentor.
It definitely is. And also we have a question in here, Eddie, why are you so mid? I reckon I'll let you boys answer that one.
I think oh shit. Look, I wish I could tell you. It's hard to say. I know people that try to
is it because I'm playing in the middle? You know, at number 9?
No.
I can tell you it's not that.
That's definitely not it.
Gotcha.
Look,
Yeah.
it's hard to put a finger on it, really. Kaye, do
I
you have
think
any
that
idea?
I think that personally being mid for Eddie is more than just a state of being. It's a mindset. It's it's his very existence.
Lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, exactly. You know,
I'd say the ukulele definitely doesn't help.
Yeah, the guitar doesn't help. You know, he is a shit hooker.
Oi, language here, mate.
Worst bloke.
We're allowed to fucking
It's a
swear.
PG-13. It's a PG-13 broadcast. He laughs. What is that?
What the fuck?
We've now devolved into raping our microphones. But yeah, no, he's just. It just is, isn't it? Every cell of blood in his body is just mid.
And as we move on here this evening with the podcast, we'll again, congrats.
You know, this is
what's the question?
One and only. Coming straight from Bali, Dom Ponkston has a question for us. Long-time listener, first-time caller. First of all, love the podcast. Love that. Thank you very much, Dom. It's a two-part question. One, why does Mid-Liver have access to the captain's chat? And two, how do we get him out? Now, I've been asking myself this question for the last week or however long you've been in captain's chat, and I've been actively trying to get you out of here.
Aren't you
Why
an
does he
SRL
get
staff?
access?
Aren't you an SRL staff?
Yes.
Well, then why
I'm
can't
sure
you do
I am.
anything about it?
Well, he's
Alright,
working
live on air,
towards it.
guys. We're gonna see me remove Eddie from the captain's chat. And in three, I'm serious. If we go to the SRL chat right now and look at the little captains and vice captains on the sidebar, we'll see in 3, 2, 1. Eddie Oliver. What's that? Oh, he's no longer a captain.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He is gone.
He's gone.
From captain's
Back to the
chat.
mines.
That's a shame, isn't it? That one sucks.
Oh my god, bro.
Ollie, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry, mate. He's back now. I've added him back. But it was peace there for a minute.
Oh my god. Okay, as we're moving on with the podcast here this evening.
Oh, hang on. Wait.
Got another question.
No, I've got a statement this time. This one's all the way from Brisbane this time. Justin Monkey, future Broncos VC. This is just a
up
statement.
at Red Hill.
Eddie is good. Then he is in all capitals, so that's what he meant. And then we can move on now.
Oh, sweet.
And moving on with the podcast this evening, we will be talking about the rookie performances that have just passed in the SRL, and starting off with the man, the moment, the myth, who played 58 minutes on the weekend. I should say during the week with the Melbourne Storm, running for over 150 meters. Kaye, I'll get you to give this guy a rap. It's the big underrated Caleb Jeff.
He's Caleb Jeff for some. For me, he's the Flash. He is the quickest bloke on the field at all times. Beach sprint champion, the beach sprinter. A lot of people don't know this, but he, in fact, used to sprint on beaches in a beach sprinting competition where he was a beach sprinter.
When he was 16 in his early days.
Yeah, he ran in the under-16s beach sprinting championship. He is something else. He is one of the future players of our generation. He had a phenomenal game. 15 runs, 150 meters, so about 10
4
meters
line
a run.
breaks.
4 line breaks and a tackle break to his name. He played 58 minutes. That's a good effort as well for his debut performance. He was just something else out there. He really he's been wanting to get into that Storm jersey for a while. I know how keen he is. He's a good mate of me and all of us in the show, and we know how much potential he has. I think it was a stellar debut performance from him, and I think it's 2 really good debut performances in a row, really, for the Storm.
Definitely as it was. And moving on, I just want to talk about Ryan Wilmot. I think I commentated the game. I don't know. Can't remember. There's been too many. But it was the Broncos and Ryan Wilmot. He's just come out of the scene. We all know how good he's been in the Mines, and he's just entered the SRL Premiership for the Broncos coming off the bench. And he only plays, I believe it is 18 minutes. So he sacrifices a lot. He's such a team player, and whatever opportunity he gets there at Brisbane, he just absolutely plays his heart out, and he'll definitely be looking to keep it up next season for them. Running into season 7, I'll be loving to see how he goes there. He's just a beautiful player. Kaye, you watched him come up in the Mines. How good is it being to see him develop into this?
He's a stellar player. He was just an absolute beast in the field. I think Riley has some choice words for Gilly, though, if you'd like to go, Riley.
Oh, yeah. I actually messaged Gilly and told him that he screws over his bench players, and in response, he's added it into his name in the SRL chat. If you see the SOHEP, that actually stands for screws over his bench players. So, yeah, any of you guys wondering, that is the answer to your dying question in your heart. No, that is not what we're saying.
No,
at all.
It screws over his bench players, Carl.
Yeah.
It's literally what we just said. Nah, it's absolutely criminal. You should lock him up. That's disgusting. Putting Wilmot on the bench for what is that? I can't
18.
do math real quick.
I think it's 18.
What's that? 58 minutes of a game. He's on the bench. He plays 22 on that game that he played against the Warriors. He got 56 meters and 22 minutes from 4 runs.
That's
2 line breaks from 4 runs.
That's crazy.
Now, his defense wasn't great, I'll admit, but he didn't get much of an opportunity. You put him on the kind of minutes that Caleb Jeff was on, I can almost guarantee he runs 200.
Yeah, he's that guy, and it's a shame. I feel bad for Caleb J as well. He was for sure gonna be one of the wingers of the year this season, and Jilly's just done another one in, and here we go again. It's the cycle of Jilly Jombers screwing over bench players. It's crazy.
Caleb J playing on the wing, mate.
What? Caleb J?
He's listed on the wing.
He's
seriously.
starting.
Oh, shit. Wait, then who do you put on the wing instead?
He's
I mean, who do you put on the bench instead?
Brody Kennedy.
He's bench Brody Kennedy.
Brody Kennedy. Wow, just screwing over Brody Kennedy. Wow.
That is a huge benching as well.
Honestly,
Jesus
that
Christ.
is, But anyway, we'll move on from the Broncos. I know there's lots of hype about season 7, but we'll wait till we get there, boys. Anyway,
That's not.
the best starting team of the week, and I'll just go through this myself because you guys haven't watched absolutely anything. Lachlan Cox.
That's not true.
The backline here this evening is going to be Lockie Cox, Reese, Daly, Samo, and Jimmy. Well, Jack Jimmy coming to the Melbourne Ravens, putting in a stellar performance for his side.
Beautiful.
Reese getting over for a double, I believe it was, for his side, and also Cox as well, which we'll see very shortly. Into the halves, Callaghan and Jackson, well, they just get their respective sides over the park. They do absolutely everything for that team. Caleb Jeff doubling up this week, playing for the Ravens as well. Again, running it for over 120 meters in under 45 minutes. What a run it was. Felix Wemmelskid moving back to his familiar number 9 position there for the Firehawks. And he had an absolutely amazing performance, getting his forwards onto the ball there and just getting, them away for the win that season. Also, Billy King again. He's just a stellar forward. He doesn't have much pace to him, but he can break a tackle or two. And he's just showing that week in, week out. Rusty Shackelford, well, there was one pass that he threw to Thomas Usher to get over for a try. Broke a tackle, ran straight through. Riley Flynn was in front of him. Threw the ball out there to Usher to open the scoring at Amy Park. Sonny Sharp, the beating heart of the Pacifica Stingrays. These boys are getting annoying listening to my voice. And Botchaglippy again. He's in there. He's always going to be in there. Just the reliable, the USA International. What a player he is. And we're moving into that midway point in the podcast where we're going to be delving into the try of the week. Riley, before we get there, you want to do the usual shout for the boys?
I don't like doing this. I don't know why you keep on telling me to tell people to like and subscribe. I don't think that we need to do that. Anyone who's watching has already subscribed, and no one likes the videos.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't subscribed.
You
I just
motherfucker.
looked over on my second monitor. I haven't subscribed yet.
All right, boys.
Well,
enjoy this
fake
video here. Kaye's got a little surprise for us after the break. Enjoy this clip here.
He's met hard there by Michael McGlucky. Dame Lane in at dummy half. He'll send it to Cox, who steps. He's through. Kenny TR was the only one in front of him, and he gets around him with ease. The Stingrays, they open the scoring in very little time. The opening 3.5 minutes. Lachlan Cox, the man Eddie Oliver loves so much. He puts it right next to the post. It'll be an easy kick for Buntoft as Oliver Queen drives forward. Cashel will go to Buntoft. He'll go short to Cox, and it's that easy. Lachlan Cox. How good is he? 2 tries in 30 minutes for the Stingrays, and he puts them in front. It'll be 10-6 with the kick to come, and you don't see Buntoft missing it from there.
And welcome back here to the Into the Mines podcast. It was Lachlan Cox running over there. Kay, you got your soundboard pulled up there, brother?
Oh my god, mate! I love this.
Here it is. This is Kay at his
He
finest.
just spoke
You
right
fucking
over
spoke over it.
Spoke right over it.
Oh, you did? I didn't hear it. Play it again.
Oh my god, mate! Oh.
Is it done?
Yeah, he did.
Beautiful. I've got his soundboard muted. So anyway, that was Will Kay there
How are they
playing.
gonna hear it?
Oh yeah, fair.
Eddie does love to ride Cox.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Play it now. Play it now.
Eddie, you're an idiot. Oh my
Play it
god.
now. Play it now. Play it now.
Oh my god.
Play
They
it now.
just
Oh my
expect them
God.
to hear it. They're not in the Discord. Eddie, I know that you're a big fan of Cox, and
Oh my god.
I don't know why you had to play the soundboard. I'm in the call. I could have just said it.
That's true.
Anyway, here, the try of the week was given there to Lachlan Cox. Beautiful stuff there from him. Scoring the only 2 tries there for the Pacifica Stingrays. He's an absolute legend. He's a weapon there, the development contract player of the Eels. Luke Short has his eyes on him, and so does me, apparently. And that's just beautiful stuff. I'm going to be handing it over to these 2 gentlemen here to take the podcast off to a little stretch about focusing on next season and also where the Mines competition's going. You guys can sort yourselves out.
Okay,
Well-
you go first.
Don't mind if I do. I think we've all seen the news that with the 4 new teams next season, Sonny Tyre is leaving. That's what this one's about, right? No?
Well, nah, you can start with that. Yeah.
Disgraceful. Dishonorable. Nah, obviously not dishonorable. I love Sonny Tyre. And obviously, I've looked into the mines to find someone that can replace that kind of talent, that kind of positioning. Obviously, I was about to say Lockie Cashel is pretty much the one that flags everyone up. Felix Wimmelski's up there as well.
No, he's
But then I realized that next season, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to look into the mines because they're getting rid of it. There is no more.
What a
mines
segue.
Next season. What
Oh,
are they?
wow.
What a segue.
What a segue.
What are the juniors gonna do? Are they gonna play in the under-18s? This is how we lose SRL players to the scumbag Super League. That is, they're gonna go into the Kingston Press, and they're gonna do the Champions Cup or whatever it's called. I don't give a shit. And that's how we lose all our good players, all our good
Honestly,
juniors, the future of our game.
That's rip-off rugby
Riley,
league
I'm sure
right
you have
there.
I'm
Brett,
sure you have a couple words.
How could you get rid of the Blue Tongues? All right, look, they're the best team in the SRL. Even like you're getting rid of a competition
100%.
that people care about. People like this competition. People watch it and they enjoy it. What are the bloody juniors going to do now? They just do nothing until they get put in a team, which will take God knows how long. It's ridiculous.
And whilst
do you-
I'm a member of the development team that made this decision, and I definitely didn't support it, I'm sure, I don't know, it's heartbreaking. The Mines is my baby. And you know, they have taken that baby and smashed its head against the pavement.
Honestly, I got a quick
It's-
statement to say. The Mines is not what it is without Willie Kaye. There you go.
Wow, are you dissing your current? Oh no, he's not even your captain. Are you
Not even
dissing
your
Jilly
captain.
Jumbers?
No, I'm not dissing
Jack
Jilly.
Cole?
I'm just saying
Oh,
the
I
Mines
think-
wouldn't be
did you
what it
guys
is
hear that?
now.
Jilly
Eddie
Oliver
screws over his
hates
bench
Jilly
players.
Jumbers.
But I have got a question from who was it? I could have
Cyrus?
Mike Borsons. What happens next for Into the Mines?
Mm.
For next season when there is no mines. I guess we're just not gonna have a podcast anymore, fellas.
Yeah, more or
Oh.
less. Unless we could like segue into the SRL, but there's already like 2 podcasts going
I
on.
mean,
that.
hey,
That's ridiculous, man.
nobody's doing SRL 360 at the moment, boys.
What do you mean? That's already
That's
what?
a thing, isn't it?
That's a thing.
Yeah,
to
we
be
yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say we could leave this and then take over that, but you know.
No,
I'd
that's
rather
stupid.
not have the SRL 360 tag. 'Cause
Nah,
that's still
yeah.
got bloody Tim James written all over it.
Yeah, look, like we could just do the same thing that 2 other podcasts are doing, but like, what's the point? The most like unique thing that we could do is just focus on the rookies, and there's not enough there.
No, there's not.
We just can't do shit about it. So this is
Oh,
basically the last.
we
really
might
Yeah.
turn to more of a media outlet. I don't know, and create like funny videos and stuff to put up. That'll probably be the only thing that I reckon that we could probably figure
Yeah,
out.
that's probably.
But
Personally, I'm going to turn to prostitution. But
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
what
fellas.
down there in Melbourne, eh, bro?
Trust
Yeah.
me, there's a few.
I
down
mean, we
there.
could always be like Triple M Rocks footy, you know? Maestro, mid-liver, and Muzzer.
Oh yeah,
I'm actually quick. I'm quick today.
he's quick with
Too
it.
bad I'm a shit halfback.
You boys done
But
with
I'm-
this
I'm-
segment or?
Yeah.
Are we done with it? Yeah,
I'm
I think
done.
I can stop crying now. I need to stop thinking about it before I start sobbing on camera.
If we get 20 likes on this video, I'll release my 15-minute rant of No Minds next season.
Thank
Yeah,
you. we
it'll
need
be
that.
released here on the Into the Minds channel.
Oh, speaking about releasing, I'm doing it right now. Actually, I'm doing it right now. This is not
Oh,
this is
fuck
not
yeah.
Into the Minds related, and I have not cleared this with the boys. But I have a message for the Commissioner Lachlan Martin,
Oh,
and this is a direct call out to him.
I'm not.
Lachlan Martin.
We aren't involved in this.
They're not involved in this because they literally don't know what I'm doing. Lachlan Martin, you need to release that bloody footage of that middle section in the Knights Eels game where we said that Snicker was running across the field and all that weird shit was happening. You need to release that footage. I told him he has to save it. He said he saved it. He's got to upload that in a YouTube short or something because him trying to kick that ball out to make the game fix itself is hilarious and everyone needs to see it. It takes him like 3 minutes and he's so bad at the game that he couldn't get the ball out. And that's why there's such a big time gap in the actual game is because he was struggling to kick a ball out. Just what he needs to... Right, Lachlan Martin, if you don't release that footage, I'm going to get Sonny and his SRL PA to really want more coins or whatever he's doing. We're going to go on strike. We're going to cover the logo. We're going to cover the logo. You won't know what league we're playing for. We're going to cover the logo.
We're going to use voice changes as well. We're all going to sound like anime chicks.
okay. You can do that on your own
Yeah,
time, mate.
I'll do that.
Mate,
That's the only
it's
thing.
just you, mate. That's just you.
Well, that's the only thing that I've got a voice changer for. So unless you boys got any other ideas.
I don't know, man. I might just leave that anime thing to you, man.
Nah, that's all you, buddy.
Moving on here onto the Into the Minds podcast, we will be talking about
Hey. Weeb liver.
We'll be
Oh,
talking
we got another
about.
question.
Oh.
Hang on, keep on going. It's getting typed to me.
We'll be
right now.
talking about the goat of the week, and it's going to be that man, Lachlan Cox. And Lockie Cox, what a player he is, the double that he scored, and he's just the spark, he's the lethal weapon, he's the dagger's tip there for the Pacifica Stingrays. And all the way over there in PNG National Football Stadium, it's a beautiful sight, and him crossing over twice was even a better sight. And before we move towards the end of the podcast, Kaye, I'm sure you've got one last question to finish off before we hit the outro and talk about the games that are going to
hold on.
We've
Have
already
we
answered
actually
this-
talked
we've already
about,
answered this question.
Have we already talked about bloody Simon who got a double on his debut?
Simon who?
Who?
Lee Simon. Wait, was it Lee Simon or was it Boyd? Ah, it's Boyd. That's who it was.
Oh, yeah, Corey Boyd getting a
Boyd.
double on debut. Yeah, congratulations, brother.
Yeah, I can't believe you could forget about that. And he was playing in the centers as well. What a guy.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's a bloody rock to climb in itself. Beautiful stuff there to Corey Boyd. Well done. And welcome to the SRL Mines, even though it's going to be gone just as quick as you got here. It's still a good competition to be a part of, even though it will be for a very short time, unfortunately. And, Kaye, how's that question going?
The question was just asking what we're doing next season for this show, which we kind of already answered.
sort
We don't
of
really know yet
answered.
what's going to go on.
More
I'm
will
sure
develop,
we'll,
I'm
go
sure.
over it in the next couple of weeks, we'll have a chat about it. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
get some funny segments going next year. I want to start doing some Professor on Fox-esque kind of songs with Eddie's guitar. Yeah.
All right. Hey, maybe we can start up a bloody song here on Into the Minds, a theme song. How about that?
Bro, you guys looking at this at the comments section right now? We got some mad haters in here.
Finally, someone says it, man. I hate Into the Minds. Who are these clowns? And they go into no depth. Who is Archie A1000?
Oh, bro, that's Luke Short.
We're
That's
hated
Luke
by our own people.
Short.
No, it's not. Isn't that
No,
That's what's
Luke
his
Short
name?
is Atlas.
He's the bloke with the headgear. That played for the Hogs, isn't he?
Oh,
Is he?
who's
No,
Archie?
Archie,
Mav.
expose
Big
yourself. Who are
Big
you?
Keller, right? Big Mav Keller.
Is
isn't
that Mav Keller?
Maverick,
He's
mate.
just mad because he ain't him. Mav, you're not him.
All I'm gonna
Chill.
say is stay in your lane there.
I can't. I don't know.
I thought it was Luke Short for a second.
it's
My
Mav
apologies,
Keller,
Luke.
I'm pretty sure. And
Luke
Lee
Short is a
Simon.
top
What's
class
Lee
hater,
Simon
but I
like?
don't think he's that
Nah,
bad.
Luke Short isn't a hater. He's a good bloke.
They still talk about the same bloody place. All right, I'm gonna give.
I bet you
Mav
just
Keller
get
a
better
shout
and we'll
out.
talk about you guys more.
Yeah,
What
let's-
team
let's
does
talk about
play
Mav,
for again? And what position?
Yeah,
I think
he's been
Gunslinger.
He's been playing
Gunslinger
lock at.
or-
No, he's been playing lock at the Firehawks.
Oh
Look at
yeah.
the Firehawks. Yeah, well, I thought Eddie was doing a bit because I was doing the bit, but he mustn't have been because I was just being like, oh, I don't know who this player is. But anyway, Mr. Maverick Keller,
Talk about his
I'm going to
achievements.
talk to Snicko. We're gonna be chatting to Snicko on the week, and we'll be seeing about a placement on the hit list for when you debut next season. So looking forward to that one.
I've got something, mate. If you want to stay at your team, you got to do a lap nude at halftime. That's all you've got to do, mate. You got to live up to Snicko's standards. You've got to live up to Snicko's standards.
That's exactly right.
You're not going to be
You
in
gotta start
Snicko's
talking
team
like Snicko.
and
You gotta start
acting.
talking like Snicko, mate. And acting. And Muzzer. Cyrus Marks is another good one there. Shout out to Cyrus Marks. The only player that I've ever heard going willingly back to the mines.
He's a trendsetter.
He is a trendsetter because, I think Eddie's on his way. Eddie's on his way back as well.
After he messes up so badly at the Broncos, he'll be moved back to the mines, even when it won't exist.
1,000 deleted emails.
Oh my god. Anyway, moving into the
This
final
has not been a
segment.
good episode.
Moving in, this is probably the
So
best
off track.
episode yet, bro. Moving into the final segment this evening. It will be on that Monday evening tomorrow. The Western Gunslingers taking on the Hamilton Swarm. I'll be tipping the Hamilton Swarm in this, boys. The Tiara brothers just too much. What are your tips?
Yeah, good chat. You know what? I'm gonna do something different this week. I'm gonna tip the team that I think's gonna lose, which is the Gunslingers. No, in all seriousness, they didn't play well last week, and they have little to But Corey Boyd was excellent.
Yeah, definitely.
Mav Keller scored a try. That's probably why he was having a sook last week. But they've got good potential, the Slingers, and they've got a terrific mentor that is Justin Monkey. Probably my favorite Broncos player of all time.
Definitely.
Come to Storm season 7.
Mate, keep wishing. Just
there's
to
just a
cut you
lot
off
of
there,
good
Kaye.
going for
Talking
them.
about Storm, which
Typical.
players are going to be going inactive this week, Kaye? Ruben Mobs asks.
Which players are going inactive this week?
Yeah.
Perfect question for you. Inactive, we've actually got Riley Murray, and the one and only
Caleb Jeff.
Sonny Tyre.
Oof.
Caleb. Caleb Jeff and Lachlan Clark, Jack Jimmy will be coming in to take their spots in the next week or so.
Oh my god. All right, and
Oh,
moving
yeah.
on. Oh, you're Riley. What's your tip?
This is for the first game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely not the Gunslingers.
Beautiful there. Not the Gunslingers for Riley. Moving on to the second game. It's the Bathurst Blue
Anyone
Tongues
who's
against the Pacifica Stingrays. And, well, the Stingrays, they've got a lot of strike power, but the Blue
Actually, I'd like
Tongues...
to change my bet. I would like to tip the Gunslingers.
Gunslingers,
Oh,
good.
beautiful.
Good stuff,
They
Gunslingers.
need a win.
And
They need
Well,
a win. They've had
the-
one so
they
far.
need
They
a
need
win.
another one.
the Blue Tongues... The Blue Tongues, they're just, for me...
That was Ravens by 1.
The Blue Tongues for me is just, they're just playing too much of a whole. They've got the combinations right. They're going good. The Stingrays, they've got lots of individual efforts, but it, from my opinion, just won't be enough on the night.
Yeah, Blue Tongues. Easy.
Blue Tongues. Yes, sir.
And well, this
I
one's going to
reckon Blue
be
Tongues by a
we're going to
fair
be back
margin
to
as well, like 18.
we're going to be back to Amy Park on your Friday evening, the home of the Melbourne Ravens, taking on the Cairns Firehawks. We're coming down from North Queensland up there in Cairns. I believe we'll call that North Queensland. It's high enough, isn't it?
Ravens.
Yeah, I'll be going Ravens there. Too much class. You got Caleb Jeff out the front to motor them up the field, and you've got the class out the back there with Riley Flynn, Jack Jimmy to get those yardage works done coming out of your own end. Kaye goes Ravens. I'll go Ravens.
Unless
Here we
the
go.
Firehawks fullback. Unless the Firehawks fullback
Cyrus Marks.
drops out. And Cyrus Marks, SRL Mines, Cairns Firehawks legend and prophet and Messiah comes back into the squad.
And grand final loss. Yep.
And grand
final
final
loser.
loser.
Yep.
Comes into the squad. Then I think that it will be the Ravens by 18.
Actually, I have it confirmed that Cyrus Marks will come to the Blue Tongues and he'll play off the bench at center
Oh, yeah, I reckon he'd love
at
that,
halftime.
mate. At halftime.
Beautiful
No, I
stuff
reckon you should
there.
give 20 minutes.
I'll be gone.
Chili.
Julian's
I'll be gone.
agreed to let him replace Super
I'll be
Sub
gone. I'll be gone Ravens for that one, Kaye. Kaye's
Ravens.
gonna go Ravens, Riley.
I'm gonna go and upset. I think that Felix Skeed will get it done.
Beautiful stuff there. Well, thank you for joining me on the podcast here this evening. Big Mav confirmed that Cyrus will return. There you go. And I'll send the chat there. Oh, also Botchagalippi's here, boys. The Americans up at 5 a.m. Welcome to the stream, brother. Just before
I
it
love
finishes.
Botchagalippi, friend of the show.
We love you, brother.
I love Botcha.
Get him on.
I love
We'll have to get you
Botchagalippi,
on,
man.
brother. Chuck us a DM and we'll see what we can work out next
Bro,
week
he's
for
gonna
you.
be dead. It's like 5 a.m. for him.
Hey.
We're gonna ask him questions. He's gonna fall asleep.
Hey, we'll still get him on before Felix Stoner, just for shits
Yeah,
and
don't
gigs.
worry. Definitely. Well, thank you very much for joining me, boys, on to the Into the Mines podcast. Don't forget to join us next week on Sunday, 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Enjoy the games coming up in the week. I'm Eddie Oliver, joined by Riley Murray and William K. Riley, you want to do the deed before we end it off here?
No, I told you I don't want to do the deed.
Alright, Kay can do it.
Get out of here.
The deed.
Yep. Don't forget to, leave a... Alright, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you boys next week for the podcast. Thank you very much for joining.
Alone.
Love it when I have to scream the top of my lungs to the point when I lose my voice. When players do that to me,